Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Our party successfully defeated Gortash, and we're just about to re-enter the Baldur's Gate proper city. But when I appeared on the other side, there was an important cutscene, so I rolled it back just to make sure you guys were here for all of it. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're still enjoying the Baldur's Gate 3 content, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And, well, here we go.
I've been this way before.
Slain! Joy! Freedom. Close. Help me. Help you. Reciprocation! Watchers. Ignore you. Foundry. Neutralized. Witnesses. Eliminated. You walk free. You. One. Task. Kill Orin. Kill Orin. Kill Orin. Kill Orin.
Oh, it just keeps repeating. Oh, man. I rolled it back before I got to the end of that, so I didn't know the full context there. That was the Elder Brain, the Absolute, that just reached out to us and said that we are forgiven for our crimes inside of this town. All of the Watchers have fallen, although we did that. It kind of felt like they were trying to take credit for that. And now, the Elder Brain also wants me to kill Orin. Funny enough, where we are going today, I don't think there's any sentinels to watch us anyway. We've been down underneath the city in its sewers before. The last time we were here, that's when Orin the Red told us that she kidnapped Lae'zel. Since then, my one goal has been to bring Lae'zel back home and reunite our weird, dysfunctional family. We do not know the location of the Baal Temple, but we do know it's down here somewhere. And Orin basically said, don't poke around, do not snoop in my area until you kill off Gortash, which we did in the last episode.
My old home.
Oh!
We're close by. It will be good to see it again. Look for a ladder up.
Oh, that is the Emperor inside of the artifact. His old home.
Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact.
Sword of the Emperor. Oh, wow. Also, what's this over here? A recipe for fiddlehead soup. Well, I'll just make sure we read that. You never know when you need a good fiddlehead soup. Wait, can I not read it on the shelf?
It's like that.
Oh, wow. So this is a very secret chamber he has here. There's a button that opens up a wall.
We will be ready.
Whoa!
Every brick out if you have to. If it doesn't come, we must find evidence of its whereabouts.
A paladin of Vlaakith. A bunch of Githyanki held up underneath here. Well, unfortunately, we don't have our own Githyanki. It's kind of funny that the Mind Flayer has a room in an area that's now being occupied by the Githyanki. So this does 8 to 17 damage. This weapon deals an additional 1d4 damage against shapeshifters or polymorphed creatures. The wielder has a +2 bonus to saving throws against spells. Yeah, we'll take it. Cool to have.
My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it.
I'll take it. What's this unique shell?
A shell. A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched in a moment of sentimentality.
Well, I'm going to pick that up. We're bringing that with us, too. The Emperor's wardrobe.
The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be, and so appearances matter.
He gave us the opportunity to become a Mind Flayer earlier. And if we did that, we could also don Mind Flayer gear. You cannot be frightened. If the wearer is infested by a Mind Flayer tadpole, they gain +1 intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Wow, that is very cool. What do the gloves do? Charm or frighten a creature to gain a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. Well, we're going to take both of those, but I'm not going to be a Mind Flayer. Why did the fork get highlighted?
Cutlery set. A gift from my mother. butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but
That must be his mom's there.
stirs something in me still. There she is, in all her glory. Jubelin Stelmane, my old partner.
Oh.
That might be worth a look.
We have perception checks on chains?
Chains I use to buy my meals. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could.
That's good of you to do that. Empty brain jar. This place was really cool to look at. I don't mean to just ignore the Githyanki that are in this room, but I don't give two shits about Vlaakith right now, although she's probably scheming something dastardly. When I go in there, I want to have my Githyanki with me. We need to find Lae'zel. The only place I haven't checked that I know of now is this door on the western wall. By the way, that door on the east side that we just went through is where Lae'zel appeared from. Of course, she was, or in the red, though. Death's Head of Ball! Nightblade! Hey, this is looking a little promising. You guys wouldn't happen to know where the temple is. Just here to see Orin. Did what she asked. Here for a delivery.
What's this? A heretic in our midst? Your death in the Dreadlord's name.
Oh. You remember me talking about that comment that said all yellow NPCs won't attack me? You remember me talking about that? I hope that person doesn't think that anymore. Karlach's gonna start this fight off with a bang, running forward and throwing an alchemist's fire. It does look like it's a little interrupted, but there are some places I could throw it. If we land that next to the oil container, that'll explode and deal quite a lot of damage, sending some of these guys closer towards us. We're gonna fire off a shot with the bow as well on Death's Head in the front. They lost one unstoppable and had one more charge, it looks like. I'm just gonna frenzy to make sure we don't take too much damage. Select our melee weapon and then try to move forward, and we'll have Karlach really take the brunt of this damage. There we go. As we end our turn, the Death's Head of Ball moves forward with a jump. They're going for a lacerate on Karlach, which does connect. They seem to have lost their other stack of unstoppable. Zen put on the fucking sword? You put on the why'd you put on the sword? For his bonus action, he will flurry of blows. Don't make it crit. We're gonna need that for later. No, don't do it. Imagine how much damage you could have done if you had a weapon as well, Zen. I was almost proud of you. The fire does burn away one of our opponents. We are going to try to deflect that missile back. Doesn't look like I can, but that's going to be the only shot from our friend there. Meanwhile, on Shadowheart, we are going to run forward. This could be a very good place for a insect swarm in this area. I believe it would hit all of the enemies that are still alive, and then they'd have to continue to run through it to reach us. The placement is a little wonky here, but it looks like right there will do exactly what I want. Completely killing off one of the enemies in the back. This guy's going to be in trouble if he doesn't move. He didn't move. And now on Will, we are going to turn on our knockback again and fire off an Eldritch Blast, knocking this person back into the insect swarm. I love insect swarm. That's such an insect plague, excuse me. Such an awesome ability. Well, I was hoping we could get some information out of that target. That didn't work. I just stepped on a pressure plate. It's a granite rock. I haven't... Karlach stepped on it, actually. She hasn't moved off of it yet, so I should be able to disarm it. Man, these guys were standing right next to that. And I didn't perceive anything stepping up. Well, no useful items on these guys. Shadowheart is going to disguise self. And then speak with dead if we can. Probably on the main head of Ball.
The corpse remains silent.
That is frustrating. Well, there is a big set of doors on the southwestern side of the room. If we head towards that, is there any more movement in here? It looks like a raft on a pulley system. Does it have a lever on it that would move it towards us? And then another set of doors on the other side. Another door here. This one's... Ah! Okay, didn't see any of those traps. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Lockpick. We didn't take any damage. We got a 30 on that one. Anything this way? It almost looks like you can reach... Oh, I do hear talking. Who is it? Let's not move. Grease methods.
Whatever it's called.
A bunch of them.
Impressive. And it tastes great.
These guys have just laid grease literally everywhere over here. One spark would set that off very, very fast. The only thing that really has any health here are the grease balls.
Keep forgetting. What are we supposed to be doing?
Wizard told us to watch for troublemakers. These guys are neutral. Let's see if it stays that way. Oh, he just said, but we are troublemakers. That's not a good sign. Shadowheart can't sneak there, so they clearly saw her. Zen's going to approach. Hey, guys!
Cousin! Another absolutist come to see what we did to poor old Sarin. Your god took her mind, cultist, so Bereki took her head.
Oh.
And I burned the flesh from her bones.
Good job.
And now you come to interrupt the funeral rites.
Grease elemental.
Yes, cousin. An excellent idea.
Did it just speak to him?
Cousin says we will take you in return. He says you look just like kindling for Sarin's funeral pyre.
Oh, good. Glad I came over here. I'm not even with the Absolute. I'm not with the Absolute at all.
Ha! I believe you may believe that. The Absolute takes people, twists them. Sarin, Bereki, and I, we were the three finest thieves in Baldur's Gate. We broke into the offices of Gortash, discovered he was with the Absolute too.
Yeah, I killed him.
Your fellow cultists hunted us, so we hid down here. We were safe, and so was our loot, until the darkness soured Sarin's mind. She kept our treasure from us. Said Bereki and I had gone strange.
Grease elemental just stands there.
Hush, cousin. Sarin turned into a cultist herself, so we did what we had to. Bereki wept until his voice was gone, and then he was gone too, leaving only me to conduct Sarin's rites. And my cousins here. You cannot conduct the rites without a clan to bear witness. Or some fuel for the fire.
Okay, this is all fine and well. I'm not a cultist. Oh, and I don't think your friend was either. Your paranoia turned them against one another. I'm not very good at anything speech related, but I'll give it a try. We got an 11 plus 4. Imagine that it didn't work. Do I even have inspiration to roll again? I don't think. Wow, we somehow got 4. I'm not going to do it.
No. You are so deep in the Absolute's power, you do not even know it yourself. Just like Sarin.
Well, that is a lot of enemies. And you know what I've noticed about them? Wow. Oh, God. Even more than I thought. They're all going to have to go down this path. We are going to swap over to Shadowheart, who is standing on a nearby bridge. And she's going to cast my new favorite ability, level 5 spell slot. That's going to be Insect Swarm on the path. It looks like the positioning's a little weird. I won't be able to hit all of them. I'll just place it there. Oh, she has to walk all the way around for that, huh? Good. She did it without entering combat. So that's going to take care of a few of those things.
Blood comes easy
Zen might be able to run up with a bonus attack. And, oh, I really wanted to push that guy in. That's okay. We'll just stab, not use our luck for that. That allows me to go invisible, which means they're going to come look for me. And we will just get down. Will's going to sneak as well. Karlak's going to sneak as well. I don't think I need to do anything too crazy. Are those sightlines from the rat? Oh, he does have a blue thing on him. A cranium rat. Huh. Are you guys not able to sneak because of the rat? Hey, Karlak, why don't you talk to that rat and see what's going on with the rat? She can't... Oh, well, I couldn't speak to him, and now Karlak's in the fight. How frustrating. Well, she's going to move forward and just kind of be behind this pillar. That's totally fine. We're going to end Zen's turn as well and just kind of see how this approach goes. I imagine one spark of flame would ignite all of this oil, which would do big damage to everyone here, but maybe they continue to leave more grease as they move. It seems like most of them are just trying to dash to get in range right now. But if they get in range, they're going to be hit by the locust swarm and then die. Good, good. So that's going to take care of most of the grease miffets. A single turn inside of that insect area is going to be all that they need. This guy's a bit of a different story. That grease elemental coming in is much scarier. He just entered the area, though. If I could do a knockback on Will, we may be able to shove him back out, and then he'll have to move through one more time. This is the... I assume it's a sorcerer. It looked like he had some draconic blood in his lineage with those scales on his face. Of course, I'm just assuming. Well, he's screaming something. This guy's got 119 HP, so he's going to be pretty difficult to take down. He also has fire resistance built in. I saw that on one of his buffs. The Miffets are summoning in even more Miffets. Shadowheart's not going to be able to do a main action on her turn. She's just going to fall back. Will, on the other hand, is going to move up. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a great angle for this. What I'm going to try to do is move here instead. And then, do I need to extend my range? We can do that with not quicken spell, excuse me, distance spell. We'll be able to hit the sorcerer in the chest, all three on him. I was hoping that would knock him back. The passive is turned on, but unfortunately, two of those missed. I'm going to go ahead and action surge. I think that's worth an action surge. And we will try again. Distance spell, line it up. Still not being displaced, but excellent damage. He's at half health now. With the rest of Will's turn, we're simply going to step back behind the pillar of safety and call it there. Meanwhile, more of the Mephits inside this area begin to storm forward. Is he going to jump over? Nice fly! He's dead. Grease elemental on the move. That's way more dangerous. Unfortunately, it's just growling at the other grease elemental. The littler guys starting to dash through do make it almost all the way to the... he did make it all the way to the other side. Zen on his turn is going to open up with a sneak attack on the grease ball closest to him. That's going to be a straight up kill. I'm then going to move forward for a melee attack on this one. Don't make it crit. I think we're going to be totally fine. And then a flurry of blows to hopefully finish off the grease ball. Then we are going to fall back. Probably fully line of sight that as well. Karlak on her turn is going to move on up and throw one of those alchemist fires all the way across. We're going to hit the wizard over here and ignite a... Oh, the insects killed it. The insects took it. I could probably throw one here to do the same thing. We encountered the insects interrupting projectiles earlier as well. Oh, yeah, that was good. That was a good amount of damage. That was a good amount of damage. A lot of these guys are flying over it, and that's okay. So the insect wall is still holding. We're going to line of sight over here with Karlak just to be a little different. Maybe divide these guys up a bit more and end our turn. Meanwhile, the Mephits on the high ground are flying into the insects. He only took half damage this time now. He's hurling grease. I don't think I'm going to react to that. That was 6 whole damage on Zen. Oh my god, how is he going to manage? These guys are flying above the flames. Yeah, they're flying above them. So yeah, they're not taking any damage here at all. None of them are getting that debuff. The grease elementals are definitely feeling that, though. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. Oh, he summoned more things. Okay, that's fine. Will's going to step out here again and cast his new spell. Wall of Fire. And he's going to place it right on the other side of that insect swarm. And along... Oh, I, like, draw the wall. Target is blocked, target is blocked. Let's just put it right here. They go through the insect swarm, and then they have to go through the flames. Unfortunately, these guys are fire resistant, it seems. They're magma Miffids, the new ones that he just summoned in, so we're going to have to take care of these differently. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Can I quicken something? Thank you. We're going to do an Eldritch Blast. One there, and one there, trying to knock them off of the bridge. It looks like I straight up killed one, and there's 2 more still moving around. Shadowheart, I don't think she's going to do too much. I think we're doing fine. Let me uncancel that turn.
This is my
and I'm just going to move Will back into cover, make sure nothing bad happens to him. Shadowheart's going to stand here. No need to do anything else. This is all going according to plan, other than the magma guys. But the rest of the Miffids back here are still very susceptible to that damage, and it seems like they're still trying to progress forward. Another one just bit the dust inside of the insect swarm. That's going to be a common trend as they continue to push forward, I think. Big old grease elemental goes in, does take some damage. A dash being used by the smaller grease ball here. He hits the wall of fire and just gets disintegrated. Meanwhile, new pieces of goop hit the insect wall, and we just have to maintain this for as long as we can. I'm going to cast a silence on the sorcerer with Zen. So now none of these guys can cast anything. I don't want any more of that bullshit happening. With the rest of my turn, I'm going to bonus action sneak and get around this corner. Maybe they'll come look for me. Karlach on her turn. We could fire off a few shots. We could throw some more alchemist fire. I think shooting would probably be the best here. We're going to pull out our bow and try to kill these magma Miffids that moved through. One of them almost defeated. I'll fire at that one again to try to finish him off. Unfortunately, a critical miss. And Karlach's going to move back to her cover with her melee weapon selected. Zen's done here as well, and more Miffids from the back continue to run forward. I did notice that I could speak with dead on that corpse, I think. Or he cast light on it or something. They flied through the insect plague and saved. Now the grease elemental hits the wall and takes 34 damage. Not enough to kill it, but it's not moving anymore right now. The sorcerer runs through because of the silence and reaches the other side. Will's gonna step out again and fire off an Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna focus the Miffids if I can. Let me go ahead and make this a distant spell again. That's gonna be 1, 2. Oh, path is interrupted. Oh, maybe I can find it. Yeah, I don't think I can hit that one in the back. So let me take a shot at one of these grease balls too, or maybe even at the wizard. I was worried about knocking him off to his death, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. That's gonna end Will's turn. For Shadowheart, I literally think she's just chilling. This is going really, really well. We'll keep her back there. Another dash coming around the corner. You gotta go in. I think our ability to control this bridge here is very, very impressive. One of the magma Miffids did make it through. I'm just gonna do a psionic backlash there. That'll probably kill it. It doesn't get the cast off. One flew through the insect plague, didn't take too much damage, and flies again, now on the other side of Karlach. Uses heat metal. Let's do another psionic backlash. I don't think I'm going to counterspell. That's going to be 4 damage. Heat metal was used on Shadowheart. She maintained her concentration on the the insect swarm here. One of these grease elementals still has 114 HP, by the way, so even though this is going well in some areas, we're not out of the woods yet. Let's absorb elementals, why not? 3 damage as that heat metal goes out, and you can see that weapon in Karlach's hands burning. She doesn't mind. No big deal to her at all. The big grease elemental makes his way towards the fire, takes damage from the insects as he's moving forward too. Wait, did that fire do that much damage? He had 114 HP. Good lord. Zin's gonna move out with a stab on the magma mythic. He's then going to stab the other magma mythic and then return to his spot right over here. Sight lines aren't very good to me. It's that rat again. I'm gonna try to sneak. It may not work, and then just go around the corner just a little bit. Karlach on her turn is going to... I really wish I gave her Gortash's ranged weapon. These guys are already burning, right? Okay, we'll just fire off some shots. We're going to focus these on the elemental in front, although I believe it's going to take fire damage the moment its turn starts. So let me not do that. Instead, critical hit on the sorcerer. We fire again for another critical hit. He's down to just 12 HP now, and that's going to end both of... Before I end, hold on. Oh, already did it. I wanted to reselect her melee weapon. There's the wall of fire damage. We are going to psionic backlash. What is he casting? Invigorating flame. Ignite the corpses of nearby grease elementals with revitalizing flame, resurrecting them. We are going to use a counter spell on that. He did not get that off, and the psionic blast ended up killing him. Now, the biggest threat that remains is the grease elemental, who's going to die to fire next turn. If these guys enter the insect area, which they are now, he didn't die, but he's close enough to Karlach. He took 7 damage from that. Karlach's going to take 3 from that follow-up attack. Another one hits the insect swarm and goes down, and there we go. The hardest part is over. I really enjoyed this fight. That was an awesome showcase of our ability to control an area. We played calm and collected, didn't overexert ourselves. That was very, very cool. Those guys were weak to fire damage, but still, Wall of Fire seemed like it was doing a lot of work in that situation. I gave the cape that this guy had to Karlach. A creature that damages the wearer within 7 feet receives burning damage. That just seemed really fitting. I didn't know that he did that because he never dealt any damage to any of us that close. He also has a quarterstaff +2, which we'll pick up, scroll of fly, and a key. Oh, there is an absolute cultist down here. Capture orders. The wizard is a lunatic who already murdered one of his close companions out of sheer paranoia. It is likely none would believe his tale of tadpoles, no matter what truth he saw. But end him all the same. Orin will brook no failure when we are so close. And even so lost a soul will make a fine offering to our Lord. Oh, I bet the key goes right here. Is this where the key goes? That's it. What's in the chest? The greatest thieves in the world only stowed away some gems and a book? What? A barely legible journal, the page is marred by scorch marks and blood. Latest score belonged to Enver Gortash. Tried to lay low with Scorval's crew, but he's lost it. Lumped in with the cult, says Gortash. Will find us whenever we go. Saren knows a place in the sewers. Saren's not acting right. She's hidden the score, says we've been acting crazy. She's not wrong about Bereki, hunched in the corner, muttering prayers if the old gods can ward off the absolute. Shook some senses into Bereki, and he agrees. Saren trusts her. She's the only one who knows the way in and out of here. If she's with the cult, betray. No choice. We'll make it clean. So where does this walkway continue to go? It looks like there's more grease and then a door. Oh god, there's even more grease elementals down here. I'll just kill these off really fast. I'm gonna put a spirit guardian at the end of the walkway here with Karlach. As these guys come into range, they'll take damage. Karlach will hit them too. I don't think we have too much to worry about here. Yep. Very nicely done. It's going to go back to Karlach's turn next. Do not react. Fantastic damage. The Guardian is now dead. We can disengage on... Actually, yeah, they do opportunity. Okay, so disengage on Karlach. Run it back over here. Will prepares a fireball. And he sends it right there. Okay. With the rest of our turn, Zen fires off a range shot onto the grease ball. I told you that'd be quick. This place is way bigger than I expected. There's just winding paths all over the place. There's another ladder up here. Where's this ladder go? This is on the far eastern side of that same room we just did that small little bit of combat in. Oh, this is just back up to the street. Oh, okay. I'm totally not an absolute spy. The kids are joking about the absolute in the streets. Oh, I was so turned around. This was literally steps away from where we did the bridge fight. Oh, so that entire area going down on the other side and then back to here was a circle. Well, let's figure out what that weird boat was. So we were looking right here, which on the map looks like it's a path that leads back over to that area we were just at. So I could probably just open one of these doors and then, oh God, look how far away that goes. I didn't know about the doors before, so what my plan was to do, I think it's still pretty good, a mage hand from Will, but notice it doesn't reach the boat. Can I distance spell mage hand? Yes, you can. And we'll just bring that over to us. I think Sorcerer is sick. I'm enjoying Sorcerer way more than I thought. That's just kind of cool. I like that. I wonder if each of these platforms has something we can loot. I'm going to break off on Zen. Oh, this platform even has an area where you could call that back if you needed to. How difficult was the lock on this door? Just curious. It was a 10. We could do that with our eyes closed. That'd be funny to start this grease encounter and then just get on the boat. All right, guys, good luck. We'll see ya. It almost looks like there's prisons down here. At least a bunch of weird gates. Ooh, this is the end of the line. This looks like someone's camp. A creased missing... Oh, hello. Didn't even see you. What are you doing down in the vile sewers?
A friendly face at last. Are you going to the party as well?
The party? Oh. Which party is that? I don't get many invitations.
I don't know if I should say. It's very exclusive. Oh, go on then, I'll tell you. It's an underground party at a place called the Palace.
The Palace.
He's supposed to meet me here, but there's no sign of him. You haven't seen him, have you? Pale, skinny, extremely piercing eyes.
The individual descriptions could refer to many things, but taken together, she can only be referring to something vampiric in nature.
It's funny. He was ever so keen for me to come. He didn't seem the type to cancel.
Wait, is this a secret way into the Vampire Palace? Because we promised Asterion we would be going in there. It seemed like it was at the top of the city, but even after running around, I couldn't find a way in. Not to say that there isn't a way in. I haven't explored that part of the map very well. You've been very lucky to escape. Your date was a vampire.
A vampire? No, he wasn't. Was he? But then, why am I still here? He could have had me by the neck any time he liked.
You sure he didn't try?
He did seem quite interested in my collarbones. I thought that was just his thing, if you catch my drift.
I do.
You know what? I might give this party a miss. Plenty more fish in the Chionthar, as they say. If you see him, don't tell him I was here. Just tell him I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. I'm sure he'll understand.
Can't vampires, like, hypnotize people? Maybe I could have done a better job about getting some information out of her. Silver knife. That seems oddly specific. I'm going to pick that up. Another faded missing poster. A smudged charcoal rendering of a young girl with white streaks in her hair missing. Cast. Reward offered for any information of the beloved child. Gratefully received at Gur Encampment in Worms Crossing. There's another one here. Another one here. This is where the vampire brings his targets. 100%. It's also a very weird statue that I saw momentarily. Very strange. Wait a minute. Can I break this? This looks like an entrance into something, doesn't it? And it was only accessible through that area, but it doesn't have a health bar like a wall we can damage. This looks fishy. You've got like weird spider things, but that's gotta be something vampire related. It's gotta be. Do you think if you... Oh, there's no way I can repair that statue. Also, it looks almost more like reptilian, too. So the skeleton that I thought was glowing because it was Speak with Dead has an item you can add to it. I don't even begin to know what we should add to that. That is creepy, though. I'm coming back around this way to see if I can find another path forward, like off in this direction again. Wait, is this a different... what's behind this door? Bro, this place is getting even more confusing the longer I spend in here. That's curious. What'd you see? Loose stones as pressure plate traps. There's a painted chest here. We're going to try to unlock that on Zen. It needs a 20 with guidance. We roll a 26 and pop that bad boy open. Inside, what do we see? An explosive arrow. Anti-heal arrows, silver ingot, and some gold. Well, if there's pressure plates here,
one day I'll catch a break.
There's got to be a reason for that. Someone's got to be watching that. Is there a way we could skip around some of those? This isn't somewhere I've seen, right? No. Big door there on the other side of the doors. There's an enemy here.
Not so fond of the sewers, then.
Surrounded by sleeping potions.
We didn't have to wade through their purpose.
Did this guy come down here to end it? Our offer remains open. He's got even more sleeping potions on him. Well. We tracked the last group of your refugees your husband was known to be traveling with. I'm sorry to tell you, they seem to have crossed paths with the Absolute Forces, and there's been no record of them since. Don't waste yourself on grieving. You fled El Terrell to find a better life for you both. It's yours for the taking. The guild always needs knife hands, and you won't ever go hungry in our employ. I've included a small pouch, enough to buy a small funeral and close that chapter of your life. Or a short binge before you need to go looking for work again. Choice is yours. So they came down here and took a bunch of sleeping potions. Oof. A greasy, smelly climb up. Where does this go? Greasy, smelly climb. This is the cargo area where we did the submarine mission. Oh my god. God, the sewers fucking go everywhere. I mean, I guess that does make sense. Heading to the north now. Running on top of...
Tainted.
Ooh.
Better to avoid it.
Who are these guys? Something down there is taking acid damage as well. I can't tell what that is. This is very close to where those pressure plates were in that next room. We're just walking on the tube now. They're yellow. I'll try. Hey, guys.
Fall below. It's the false chosen. One who would die by our hand is unworthy indeed.
Never works. Never works. Shroud Self has been cast. That target has now become invisible. Karlach's gonna rage. So they said balls false chosen, so they clearly know who we are. It seems like we're moving in the right direction for that. That's good. We're gonna pull out our bow and fire it at Kivo up on the high ground. That's gonna take away one of their unstoppables. It said it dealt critical damage, but that didn't seem very critical to me. Those defensive stacks must have been very important to get rid of. Now that they're gone, Zen's gonna sneak attack. No, save the luck. We might need that for a fight coming up. And then fire off a second shot where we're also gonna save the luck. With the rest of my turn, I'm going to jump to the low ground here. Not climb up yet. I want to see how this person reacts and end my turn. Are you going to go invisible as well? No, they are choosing to charge towards Karlach, and they just buffed. Oh, I thought they did. Maybe I saw that wrong. A bunch of birds were just summoned in. They all have 19 health as well, and they are scattered all over the place. We see a bomb go off on Will and Shadowheart at the back of the room, reverberating damage around. This is an attack on Zen. I think he's fine. We're fine. We'll go ahead and charm it. Just in case. No, it didn't work, but they wouldn't be able to attack me again, and there's no one else in range. Looks like they only did one attack regardless. Maybe they're a rogue. The bird flies towards Shadowheart. And it rends vision on Will. Is he officially blinded? We'll find out on his turn. More of the summoned birds continue to swarm the room. I'm not going to charm. We'll hold on to that. Oh, they're even behind them over there. Lots of targets. This could be taken care of very easily, depending on some of the spells we cast on Will. And his turn is coming up pretty soon. Karlach is blinded, which sucks. It looks like that was not the first one to connect. 28 damage on Zen from a fucking bird. It is a murderous crow. I'll go ahead and protect Zen. I'm starting to get paranoid. This is looking pretty bad. The last of the birds moves up towards Will, and he is indeed again blinded. Well, we could fucking hurl a fireball at Zen. I don't think he would like that very much, but I do think it would solve the problem. Another thing we could try is, I don't have Scorching Ray anymore, but I do have Sunbeam. I can hit 3 birds, maybe. That definitely hits Zen. So I should just make it center of mass if I fire that off. This would work. Hit 2 birds and the NPC with Sunbeam. And the beautiful thing is, I don't need to see that for it to work, because we're blinded right now. We'll go ahead and just heal ourselves up a little bit to end off Will's turn here. Now for Shadowheart, I'm thinking about putting a Divine Guardian by Zen because it seems like he's getting swarmed. We are not blinded yet though, so we could potentially aim a spell that at least hits a few of these guys. That's looking pretty good there. That would be a very upcasted Flame Strike, though. I don't think I want that. There is a corpse nearby. Why don't we... Oh, it won't let me summon in a skeleton. It says there's not enough space. Oh, how unfortunate. Well, we're just going to swing. We have modifiers that'll probably do enough damage, and look at that. Indeed, we do. We can now use our polearm bonus action as well for another hit, but the bird does dodge it. Now back in the room, some invisible targets moving around by the looks of things, opening up on Karlach with a slash to the belly. A piercing hit hits her for 2, and he just keeps sending attacks towards her, but damaging himself as he does it. Interesting strategy. Unfortunately, Karlach does not have a turn, but here we go. We're going to start off with a melee swing on the Murderous Crow. Don't make it crit. We're going to swing at the other Murderous Crow. Don't make it crit. And then you're going to get the full force of a flurry of blows. Zen has now cleared out all targets around him, and he ends his turn. Stunning Gaze is being concentrated on for Karlach. We will try to charm this target again. That might make her attack the target she's concentrating on, which might remove that stun. Didn't work. Tried it. Didn't work. Zen stunned now, takes 10 damage as the caster moves away. The bird trying to hit Will this time does not connect. Another one flying in, though, on fire, does land an attack, blinding Will yet again. I don't want that stunning gaze to maintain, so I'm going to magic missile, upcast it to probably 3. That looks fine to me. Do I need to make it distant? Yes, indeed, I do. So we will. And all of those shots are going to go towards this. You know what? If we do 5, that might actually kill it. That might actually kill it. I'm going to try it. Might as well. Highest possible cast of magic missile that we can do. It bends around the corner. Every shot lands true. And they have just a few HP remaining. The concentration on Zen was broken, and now Shadowheart is going to swing on this bird, and then follow up with another swing on this bird. That will end both of their turns. Karlach is able to participate in the fight now, and she's pissed that she missed out on her last turn. This guy just went invisible. She's going to throw a potion directly in front of her. What? What? So he dodged it? Okay, Karlach's gonna walk into the fire, and she's gonna push this guy into the fucking acid if she can. Karlach is now very sad and ends her turn. Zen moves up the ladder, and with any luck, we can get behind this target. Bonus action sneak, and sneak attack. Don't make it crit. You don't need that much power. The Solace Gate. Is that what we've been looking for this whole time? Is that what we've been looking for? Zen, with the rest of his turn, moves towards Karlach. He doesn't have enough movement to land that hit, so instead he's going to fire a shot from his crossbow. It does connect to the chest. Birds now clawing at will yet again, both times missing, fortunately enough. We are going to see Will swing on one for 6 damage. Perfectly done. Then Shadowheart's going to do the same. Swinging on the other, missing, and then trying with the hilt of her weapon and connecting this time. Now it's back around to the assassin in front of Karlach. He takes some big swings and then goes invisible. Karlach shoots immediately in front of her and kills the invisible guy. I'm really tilted that first alchemist potion, he dodged it and it just didn't hit the ground and blow up. How does that make sense? This person has the exact same inventory as another Agent of Baal that I saw earlier. Just a bunch of daggers and one of them green. What do you think these machines are? Arrow of many targets, a bunch of daggers, and a hand crossbow +1. So there's the sluice gate, which doesn't look like it can be picked. And then I assume that means we have to use this machine.
Looks jammed.
The sluice valve. Zen said it looks jammed. Athletics check failed. Okay. All right. I could try to pull on that with everyone in my party. I'm not going to do that just yet. Let me short rest.
That put the wind back in my sails.
There's a note here.
What's that?
You probably want to open the sluice gate so you can get into the cistern and muck it out. To do that, you need to manipulate the valves to get the water level and the heat level to their optimum levels at the same time. Don't get scalded. Okay, so we have gauges. The water level's rising. Do I just hit the heat one at the same time? I don't see the gauge moving. The gauge is not moving at all. Is the water actually moving? Oh shit, it just moved? Okay. I'll push this one now. It's not moving either. So let's try to see how fast this gets past that sweet spot. It's in the sweet spot now. What about the heat? Oh shit, the heat's almost there. We were not too far off. So water level rising. I'm just gonna wait to see movement, and then immediately when I do, click this one. It just said perfect water level, but now the temperature is increasing. I think we're about to get scalded. Does this reset it? I don't think I did that right. But the door's open. So... I really thought I broke that. Oh God, is this it? The game just saved. Is this it? Wish I could get my camera in there to really find out. That is a very long tube. Who's that ahead of us? Minsk? Okay. That's the Stone Lord. We'll talk to him next episode. I've already been in here like an hour and 40 minutes. Thank you all so much for being here. I still didn't find what I was looking for, so we'll keep exploring next time.